There is a person in every room who never raises their voice, who never brags, who never tries to impress anyone, and yet everyone respects them. You feel it the moment they walk in. Something just shifts. People sit up straighter, conversations slow down, eyes move toward them without them asking for it. What is that? What do they have that most people don't? It's not money, it's not looks, it's not even confidence in the way most people think about it. It's something much quieter, much deeper. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. I want you to think about someone you know. Someone who, every time you're around them, you just feel different, calmer, more present, like you want to be better. They don't lecture you. They don't tell you what to do. They don't even have to say much. But somehow, you find yourself respecting them more than people who talk twice as much and do twice as much to get your attention. That's not an accident. That's a skill. And it has a name. Psychologists call it presence. But it goes much deeper than just being present. So, let me break it down for you. The first thing powerful people have in common is that they are never in a rush to prove themselves. Think about it. When someone walks into a room, nervously looking for approval, you sense it. You feel their need. And unconsciously, you pull away from it. But when someone walks in with no agenda to impress, that's when something interesting happens. You start chasing their approval instead. This is called the principle of detachment. The less you need someone's reaction, the more power you naturally hold in that interaction. And here's the hard truth. Most people are constantly broadcasting their insecurities without knowing it. Through their speed, through their words, through how quickly they laugh at their own jokes. The person with silent power, they've stopped broadcasting and they've started listening instead. The second trait, their body speaks before they do. Researchers have found that over 55% of communication is nonverbal. Not what you say, but how you stand, how you move, where your eyes go. People who command respect without speaking, they have mastered something most people ignore completely. Stillness. They don't fidget. They don't fill silence with nervous laughter. They don't check their phone every 30 seconds. When they sit fully. When they stand, they own the space they're in. And it's not arrogance, it's comfort. Comfort in their own skin. And that comfort is contagious. People around them relax because of it. So ask yourself honestly, when you walk into a room, do you shrink or do you expand? Because your body is always giving an answer. The question is, what answer are you giving? Third, and this one is the most underrated of all, they speak less and mean more. There's a kind of person we all know, the one who fills every silence, who always has a comment, who talks and talks and talks, and you walk away remembering nothing they said. Then there's the other kind, who speaks rarely, but when they do, you listen, because their words have weight, because they chose them carefully. Silence, for most people, feels uncomfortable, so they fill it, they ramble, they over-explain. But for someone with true presence, silence is not a void, it's a tool. It says, I don't need to fill this space. I'm comfortable here. Are you? And that subtle shift changes the entire dynamic of the conversation. You go from being the one who needs to impress to being the one everyone is trying to impress. Now, here's the psychology behind all of this. And this is where it gets really interesting. Human beings are wired for social hierarchy. We constantly, and mostly unconsciously, scan our environment to figure out who the most valuable person in the room is. And the signals we look for have nothing to do with money or status labels. We look for emotional regulation, self-control, groundedness, the person who stays calm when everyone else is nervous, instantly rises in our perception, the person who listens when everyone else is waiting to talk, becomes the most interesting person there, the person who doesn't react to every little provocation, becomes the one everyone feels safe around. This is not manipulation. This is mastery. Mastery of self. And mastery of self is the foundation of every truly respected person you've ever admired. So what can you actually do starting today? 1. Stop filling every silence. Let pauses breathe. Let people sit in the quiet for a moment. You'll be surprised how much more seriously they take what you say next. 2. Slow down your movements. Walk slower, speak slower, respond slower. Not because you're lazy, because you're deliberate, and deliberate people are respected people. 3. When someone speaks to you, actually listen, not to reply, but to understand. Make them feel heard. That one thing alone will make you the most magnetic person in most rooms, because respect isn't demanded, it's earned, in silence, in stillness, in the way you choose to show up every single day. The most powerful version of you doesn't need to shout, doesn't need to beg, doesn't need to perform. It just needs to show up, fully, calmly, confidently. If this video made you think differently about how you show up, drop a comment below. Tell me which point hit you the hardest. And if you want more content like this, subscribe, because we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.